I'm Tracey Walker. I'm a filmmaker.
I'm Rachael Baskerville. I'm a photographer. And together we are producing a calendar.
Join us as we take to the road to get to know 12 fabulous women and their old girls.
This is Old Girls on the Road.
Before we head off to meet Ms. January, here's a peek at our destination, the classic car culture. And who better to talk us through the classic car culture than the director of Queensland's most popular custom culture festival, Greasefest.
My name's Laurie Lee. I'm the event director here today. And this is our 19th Greasefest.
Greasefest has been going from strength to strength. What is it about it that you love that you just keep coming back to do it again and again?
Well, I ask myself that question quite often. I guess it's the combination of everything. Like, number one is the cars. Number two is the music. And three would be bringing all the people together.
How did Greasefest start?
Our very first event was in Kingscliff, New South Wales. We're in a little surf club there. Had 200 people. It rained and rained and rained and rained and rained. And the people that were all there that year, 19 years later, we're still all getting together.
Yeah.
So it's more than just classic cars.
I believe that the variety of cars does evolve.
Do you think if you're still doing this in, say, 15 years' time, that we might walk down here and see a 92 Camry?
No.
Good answer.
Correct answer.
Correct answer.
There will never be a Camry in this
There is a line. There is a line. Chrome bumpers is probably the easiest way to draw the line.
Hello ladies, are you regular visitors to Greasefest?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I have been coming for probably even before it was here.
Every year for the last 10 years.
10 years, wow.
I have been going for probably about 5 to 7 years, probably, yeah.
I haven't been for 4 years, but it's a good event.
The pin-ups got anything to do with it?
Pin-ups are good. Who doesn't like a pin-up?
So how many cars about would you say you get registered here for the show?
Well, today I reckon there'd be about 500 cars here on the Oval.
Do you have any idea how many of those would be women?
I'd say there'd be at least 10% would be female drivers. We're seeing more and more female drivers now.
Do you think that classic cars as a whole, there'll always be an interest in that?
Yeah, seriously.
I think so. I think there's lots of kids and that are here today are interested.
Do you think that old cars will ever stop being popular?
No, I don't think so.
I hope not. Never. These guys are building an industry on it, so I hope it's not.
Right.
Never.
No,
Never?
We created a Trophy Queen Award many years ago to acknowledge female drivers. And it's like we don't really need it because so many of our drivers and award winners are females anyway. But we're sticking with tradition. And this year's Trophy Queen is going to Susie Telhammer in her 51 Shoebox Ford. A lot of beautiful Australian cars out there. We have a King Aussie Award, and that's being awarded to the Aqua and White EJ Holden. Sure everybody's seen it. Tanya Cruden. But it takes a special effort to drive here, especially if you're coming from Victoria. And we have our King Cruiser Award going to Mallory Holly. Please, big round of applause. Takes a massive effort.
Laurie, you've owned classic cars for over 30 years.
Yeah.
Which was your first?
Well, my very first car that I learnt to drive in was 1960 FB Holden, and then after that I got another Holden, a matching actually. From there I got into Valiants, and from there I then moved into the 67 Dodge Phoenix that I have at the moment.
If you could have any car to do a road trip down the east coast of Australia,
Oh,
what
okay.
would you pick for that?
It'd have to be a 60s Chrysler.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Laurie. This has been great.
What do you think of cars of the future, sort of modern driverless cars?
Pretty scary, actually.
I wouldn't want to be in an accident with one, that's for sure.
I do like those cars, but I also like older cars. I can't really decide, actually.
They're cool, but I think older cars are probably
You
better.
like the
I don't
older
like
cars,
the
do
idea
you?
of not being able to drive them. I think the fun part is driving them.
Yes. We're doing a YouTube series on women who drive classic cars. I hope for it to be up on YouTube in October. Do you think that's something that you'll tune into?
Yeah, I think so.
Will you tune in?
Oh, absolutely.
October.
Yeah.
I think it definitely will be.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you think that's something that you'd have a look at on YouTube? Yep.
Absolutely. Oh, definitely.
100%.
And when our YouTube series comes out in October, do you think you'll brave the IT and tune in?
Oh, definitely.
Good. Good on you.